It all begins here in the heart of Newport, a small but vibrant studio, alive with energy, laughter and the unmistakable rhythm of our local music scene. Welcome to Behind the Scenes at Newport City Radio. Let's take you inside the journey. What's Newport City Radio all about?
So what is Newport City Radio all about? Well, the main thing, it's about you. It's your radio station, you own it. We just happen to look after it on your behalf. So it's about getting all the good stuff that happens in Newport out onto the radio and out onto video so you know exactly what is happening. Newport, like any city, has got its problems and it's also got its great stuff as well. And we're here to celebrate the great stuff. So that's what it's all about fundamentally. Then it's all about my amazing team of volunteers. We've got over 50 volunteers that do amazing things for us. And we're led by a team that's held up of me, Philip Davis, who looks after the radio and the tech side, Kim that looks after the events and also the live music side. And that's another big part of it as well, is the local music scene. We all know that Newport has got a world-beating music scene, and Newport City Radio's always and will always reflect that.
Where did it all start?
So Newport City Radio originally was Urban Circle Radio that existed before 2008. My role was to come in the April, caught up with the guys at Urban Circle Radio, and they said that they wanted to make a radio station for the whole of Newport, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So April 2008 is when we started calling it Newport City Radio. It was July 2008 when we launched on FM on 87.9 for 16 days, where it actually became Newport City Radio that we know and love today.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter. What were the early days like?
The early days were really, really cool. I kind of knew what I was doing, but it was still an early part of the project at Urban Circle. So I was the project leader of the Newport City Radio project at Urban Circle. With that, I had a couple of brilliant people around me. There was Mikey Larkham, who's still a Newport City Radio legend to this day. Sam Goodman, they were my key people. I brought my mate Dave in to sort out the music policy. And yeah, when we launched on 87.9 FM on the 16th of July, we knew we had a good thing. We'd spent all night getting the breakfast show ready. And then we kind of got to the end of it and thought that was good, but tomorrow could be better. So we stayed up another 6 hours to get it ready. From there on then, we became more known for the events that we do. So we opened Tesco Spitty, then we started doing Maindy Festival, and that's really a big part of what we do in this current age, but it really began back in those early days. And again, the biggest thing for me was to make sure that we made sure the studio wasn't taken apart every time Urban Circle had an event. So my first job was to make sure the studio stayed the studio at every single possible opportunity, and we stayed on the internet as long as possible. And that kind of went right the way through to the point where we moved out of Urban Circle and into St. David's House, which you would know now as Upstairs in Caspers. And that was the early days.
Where was Newport City Radio between 2011 and the global pandemic?
So now in the period from 2011 right the way through to about 2018, 2019, and we're based above Caspers. It's called St. David's House. We were sharing the building with a institution called SUREC, South East Wales Regional Equality Council. And it was this point in time where we really started to ramp up the volunteer numbers. And before you know it, not only are we doing radio every single day of the week, but we're also then doing blogs. And those blogs were amazing back in the day. We had a writers team headed up by Adam Edwards, who also helped us build that version of the Newport City Radio website. And it was just a golden period for Newport City Radio. And that was going really well until SUREC kind of ran out of money and needed to stop doing what they were doing. And that's where we had our first little crisis, where we had to work out where Newport City Radio was going to live to next.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter. After a few bumps in the road, 2024 was a turning point.
So 2024 was probably the biggest year for Newport City Radio. It was just amazing. We finally settled into this building here at the Kingsway. We had the DAB launch. It's something that we've always wanted to be as a legitimate broadcast radio station, doing amazing things for our city and really representing you. All the good stuff that happens in the city. And that really began. The surprising thing was, though, with the new website that also came about in 2024, it wasn't only the radio and the DAB thing that was huge, it's listen again. We quickly learned that you liked listening to Newport City Radio, but maybe at a time where we're not actually on the radio. So we created Listen Again, where you can go and listen to your favourite shows anytime, your way that you like. We call it Listen Again. And with DAB and the return of blogs and everything else that happened in that year, made it a really, really special year. So now we're up to date, it's 2025, and it's just the year of stability. It's making sure that we do everything amazingly well. We do all the events that we've ever done, plus a bit more. Also, we bring back blogs, and that's exactly what we've done. Really made sure that you guys know about Listen Again, so you go back and choose what you want. But also, it's this kind of thing, making sure that we do a lot of video. I'm not a massive fan of standing in front of a camera, but I know how important it is. And again, with the team in place that we got at the moment, we're able to do video and reels, and that's an exciting thing that we got for the future.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter. Why do you do what you do at Newport City Radio?
It's a good question. Why do I do this? I do it because I'm a proud Newportonian. Yeah, we do exist. So it's really important that we have something in our city. I've always loved radio. Ever since I was a little boy, I loved listening to radio stations. Didn't quite know what they were. But then I joined Channel 1 Royal Grant Hospital Radio back in 1988. I met Philip. And from then on in, just done loads and loads of radio stuff. So I know that I needed to come and build a radio station for Newport. So that's exactly what we've done. And this is what is important. Radio is such a fantastic way to get good vibes and good messages across. And for Newport not to have its own radio station properly at any point in its history was a crime for me. So we just set about putting it right. And it is just the most loveliest place to be. So yeah, really proud of what we've achieved, really pleased with what I've achieved as well. And yeah, we hope that you absolutely love it too.
Now let's meet the incredible volunteers who make Newport City Radio what it is. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter.
I'm Kim. What do I do at Newport City Radio? Well, I'm the best washer-upper there is, to be fair. That's my speciality. But in addition to that, I present the Pure Local Extra show, which is where we have local artists in for a chat about their music, or it could be arts or dance or anything like that. I quite often go out to events and meet people, and that's my favourite part of it, is actually meeting up with musicians and having a bit of fun with people. So if you see me out and about, do come and say hello, won't you?
What's your personal journey to Newport City Radio?
Okay, so I've been at Newport City Radio since 2014, and my journey, well, I came on the bus today, but other than that, I started off doing blogs for the website and events and various shows along the way, and now I just do the Pure Local Extra show and the Pure Country show, which is a fabulous show.
Why do you do what you do at Newport City Radio?
Okay, so why do I do what I do at Newport City Radio? Well, I come because it's a whole lot of fun. That's the main thing, really. It's a great bunch of people. It's like a little family here, and I really enjoy meeting up with everybody. But in addition to that, I love supporting local musicians, because having been a musician many years ago in my youth, I know how tough it is to get an audience and to get heard. So I'm proud that we're able to do that here at Newport City Radio.
What's your biggest achievement at Newport City Radio?
So thinking about my biggest achievement at Newport City Radio, I think it would have to be the fact that there are lots and lots of people who know each other through introductions that have been made here at Newport City Radio, and I'm proud to have been part of that.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter.
Hi, I'm Luke. I am the project coordinator of Projecting Positive Newport here at Newport City Radio.
What's your personal journey to Newport City Radio?
So I joined Newport City Radio when I was 14, believe it or not. A bit of a weird story. My dad knew Lamsey through high school, and they bumped into each other in an Asda car park here in Newport. And then 6-7 years later, here we are recording this, looking at behind the scenes of what we do here on a daily basis. You know, like I said, I started when I was 14. I was still in the middle of high school, and to begin with, this just provides an escape from everyday high school life. I joined in 2019, and then within a couple of months, the world was in lockdown. So my journey through Newport City Radio was a little bit stop-start to begin with. But then as we come out of lockdown and I finished high school and went into college, I had a lot more time that I could give to this place. And give time I did. I spent most of my college days here just working and doing shows and helping out behind the scenes. And yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed every single second I was spent here at Newport City Radio. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Why do you do what you do at Newport City Radio?
Why do I do what I do? I love what I do. And as they say, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. This is a dream come true for me, you know, working with some of the top industry professionals here in Newport, like our Stephen and Danny on the Indie Show, and Ethan, of course, like on the Are You Ready podcast with wrestling experts, Jack and Curtis. You know, I just love working with people who live and breathe and have the same passion for this place, for radio and for Newport that I do. So I just love working with everyone, and hopefully the feeling is mutual.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter. What shows do you present?
So I do a couple of shows on Newport City Radio. First and foremost, the one I'm most proud of is the Indie Show. That started back in 2021, I believe. Came off the back of a heartbreak for me at the end of the notorious first relationship in my life, as I'm sure many of you will relate to, and the Indie Show was born out of it. And fast forward to 4 years later, we've got top guests on week after week with some of the best names coming out of the UK at the moment and worldwide in the indie scene, wanting to get their music heard on the Indie Show, which is a real honour for myself. I am privileged to have some great guests alongside me week in, week out. We've got Stephen Howell, we have Daniel Murray, and we have Ethan Barnes, who just bring their unique qualities to the show and just make it what it is on a Wednesday night and a Sunday on the repeat. I also do the Are You Ready Wrestling podcast alongside Curtis, who is currently behind the camera recording this. I'm not sure if he wants that mentioned, but I've just done it anyway. We started this because Curtis wanted to join us, and he's a big wrestling fan, and he wanted just to talk about wrestling each week with someone. So here I am. And then a couple of months later, we had the delightful addition of Jack Cartwright, who joined us late last year, who has just been a breath of fresh air, adding that third voice to the wrestling podcast, again, bringing his wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table, really adds to a great amalgamation, a great mixing pot of debate, of discussion on a Sunday afternoon for us, or whenever you listen to it. So, yeah.
What's your biggest achievement at Newport City Radio?
Biggest achievement here at Newport City Radio, there's a few. Being an employee here at Newport City Radio is an absolute dream come true, because we're a community organisation, and as I say, this place means so much to me. So to be able to give as much as I can back to it means a lot to me. Also, what means a lot to me is the fact that last year the Are You Ready Wrestling podcast was recognised by All Elite Wrestling, one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world, not just the UK, but the world. They recognised us and gave us the opportunity to not only attend AEW Dynamite at the Utility Arena last year, but all in London as well. The Are You Ready team of myself and Curtis at the time were able to go there and experience what All Elite Wrestling is. And that was a dream come true. Being a wrestling fan, being a big AEW fan myself, watching week in, week out, it was just unbelievable to be there. Also, what means a lot to me is obviously during that as well, I was fortunate enough to ask Tony Khan a question during the pre-show press conference. Also, what means a lot is the amount of guests that we have on the Indie Show week in, week out. The amount of people that want to come on the show. I think we've built an incredible platform for these artists to come on, spotlight themselves, their new music, gigs that they've got coming up, albums, EPs, you name it. We've got people on the show to talk about it. We've even had a record label guy on, Gavin Facey, the great Gavin Facey, I think he's going to be known as. He's come on to talk all things Dirty Carol Records. We've had Joe Kelly on, we've had the Rogues on multiple times, the Malachites. I could go on, but I'm not. So if I had to pick, I can't pick one, but if I had to pick two, it would be All In last year, All In London, and it would be the amount of great guests we've had on the indie show week in, week out since its inception in 2021.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter.
Hi, I'm Danny. I'm senior producer at Newport City Radio. I host the Metal Kettle. I also host the Pure Local show.
What's your personal journey to Newport City Radio?
So I found Newport City Radio in 2015, the beginning of 2015, I think January, just after Christmas. And I'd been with them since then. I took a break though at the end of 2018 because of work, and then came back in 2022.
Why do you do what you do at Newport City Radio?
So I come in on a daily basis. What I'll do is I'll go through the emails just to check that the songs have been sent, that are of good quality, so I can download them for the shows. And then I will mostly be producing shows throughout the week, different shows. So every day's slightly different. There's no 2 days the same at Newport City Radio.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter. What's your biggest achievement at Newport City Radio?
I think my biggest achievement to date is building up the confidence to be able to do my own radio show myself. I do other shows with other people. I have done my own show with co-presenters, but being able to do a show by myself, I think, has taken the fear of, oh no, I can't do this, away. So that's it for me.
Hello, I'm Philip, and I'm the Programming Director here at Newport City Radio.
What's your personal journey to Newport City Radio?
I came to Newport City Radio around 2011, just ahead of one of our FM transmissions. I came as just a presenter at the time, but quickly learned the playout system. And from that, I ended up managing the whole playout system and creating, along with Lamsey's guidance, the sound that you now hear today. I also developed some of the team. I show everybody how to use the equipment and how to get the best out of the sound that we create.
Why do you do what you do at Newport City Radio?
We use a professional broadcast playout system, something like the proper radio stations would use. This enhances the experience for all our volunteers, so they're using the equipment that they would use in professional radio stations. My day-to-day role is maintaining this, adding songs and helping train the presenters to add their own songs and everything that goes into this.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Twitter. What shows do you present?
I do present programs here, not as often as I used to, as the playout system and training people takes a lot of my time. But when I have presented shows, I did an 80s, 90s rewind program when I first started. A couple of years ago, we did a retro chart countdown, which we are bringing back. And at the moment, I'm presenting our Pure Pride program.
What's your biggest achievement at Newport City Radio?
I think my favourite achievement here is seeing just how much the people around have developed using the power of radio.
You've heard from the volunteers at Newport City Radio. It's now time to dive into the studio where the magic happens.
As we say in radio, this is where the magic happens. This is the really cool bit of making radio. It's the studio. Breaks down into a lot of different parts. First of all, we got the presenter PC. That gives us all the information that presenters need to be able to do the show, whether it's traffic and travel first thing in the mornings, or whether it's answering your messages on WhatsApp on 07967 1099 58. It comes into this PC here. Make sure that we got the information nice and easy to hand. We've got the radio desk where we've got lots of different audio, so we can bring 3 microphones into it. We've got 4 play systems, or 1 play system with 4 playouts, so we can play 4 pieces of music, and then that's when we get some special guests coming in, we can use that side of the desk as well. So it's all really cool. This bit is the Myriad system. It's the computer system used by most community radio stations and college radio stations, and it just brings together everything. It could be interviews, it could be jingles, it could be pieces of music, and really makes the radio station happen. It works this way down here from every single hour. It builds an hour of Newport City Radio, and that's how you get to listen to the amazing tunes that we've got for you, whether they're international songs or hyper local music from our really brilliant local musicians. This morning it's Tuesday on Newport City Radio. First day back in school and college for some of you. So we thought we'd go with the topic of songs that mention the word learn or school. Cartwright 6913. I think that's Howard Jack. That's what I think it is. He's saying school's out for summer. I like it. Keep them coming this morning. In the meantime, 9:21 Tuesday morning. Let's keep you moving with Roman Taxis. Don't take a chance. Book in advance at romantaxis.co.uk. On the trains, no major issues to tell you about this morning. A lot of naughty ones though, so here we go. Great Western Railway, Swansea, 9:24, going to be with you at 9:48. Great Western Railway, Cardiff Central, 9:56. They're going to be with you at 9:59. A very naughty train. Great Western Railway, Cardiff Central, 2 minutes past 10, has been cancelled. And then you could go on the rails until 10:48 this morning. Over on the roads, no problems being reported by Newport Bus on X this morning, which is great. They have got a brand new timetable though, so make sure you check it out at their website. A48M looking good. A449 clear. Time to look at the traffic cameras on the M4 so you don't need to. We're on the England-Wales border at Toll Plaza. We are driving down to Newport, on to Corriton in Cardiff, and then travelling back up the other side. Let's see what we've got on the M4. M4 looking really good this morning. No problems there either. Shopping, Sunshine or Champagne, right there with Roman Taxis. And if you spot a problem that I don't know about, message me for free. I'm on WhatsApp 07967 10 99 58. Next up on the Breakfast Shake-Up, 3 songs entering the White Hat Chat. We'll do it after Doja Cat.
Thank you for watching episode 1 of Behind the Scenes at Newport City Radio.